I have been sitting here trying to get this IGTV video up. It has said sending for far too long now. I started an IGTV series, if you didn't know, on my Instagram called Harvest Kitchen, where I grab some fresh veggies from the garden in the morning and I bring them in and I make a super simple recipe using the veggies in the garden, because I just realized how bad I needed something like this when I first started my vegetable garden. I just want this to get up there so I can move on with my day. It's taken me all morning because it just would not airdrop, and then I realized it was because the file was too big, so then I had to make the file smaller. Anyways, all of this really boring admin stuff that you guys don't care about. But essentially, I've spent most of my morning just trying to get this 7-minute IGTV video up. I have a podcast recording today at 12:30. I'm really excited. It is a remote recording. I just haven't done that in a while, so I just want to make sure before we begin that I have it all set up and that everything's like a-okay, because the worst thing on the planet is losing a recording of a podcast episode. Yay! I do this series every week where I take some vegetables from my garden in the backyard and I bring... I'm so glad that this is actually working now and that it's up and that I can move on with my day. It's the worst when something should only take you maybe about 30 minutes to just post and get out of the way, and instead it ends up taking hours. So that took off a bit of my morning. I'm really excited about today's video for two reasons. I'm excited about the content, and two, I'm excited to just like get all of these things ticked off of the to-do list. Last night I went into full clean mode. I cleaned deeply everything. So like the baths, the toilets, each bathroom in the house, all of the bedrooms, the guest room. I went in there, which the guest room was my storage space, or our storage space. There was so much stuff in there, especially wedding stuff. I just had boxes galore everywhere. And I went in there and I said, you know what? I want to make this our Zen room because we don't have guests right now. It was supposed to be our guest room. Then it turned into a storage room because we're not having guests. And now it's a Zen room. And if guests do end up coming, then guests can come stay in the Zen room because I'm leaving the bed in there and everything. I just wanted to like move it around, give it some more space, and just make it more of like a lounge space. I also refilled some of the bulk ingredients that I needed to in the kitchen and just did a full deep clean sesh. Today I'm going to be doing some more stuff to help me just reset. It's a new month and I want to just feel really refreshed and kind of like get on the right page to just kind of like get through the month the best way that I can. I feel like every year we have this like refresh, reset mindset, and I feel like I want to start doing that monthly. I go into New Year's like feeling refreshed and like having a lot of optimism about the next year coming up, and I think that over the last 6 months it's been very difficult to have an optimistic mindset for so many different reasons. And now I'm thinking, okay, like let's just refresh each month. Let's refresh our mind. Let's refresh our space so that we can go into the new month just tackling it the best way that we can. So first things first, I need to work on the podcast. I need to prep and then I need to record. If you did not know, yes, I do have a podcast. It is called Soul Sugar Podcast. You can listen to it anywhere you get your podcast. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, essentially anywhere. And you just search Soul Sugar. I've been doing it for over a year now, about a year and a half. So if you didn't know about it, now is your time to get all caught up because there are a ton of episodes there for you to listen to. I just finished recording with Alicia from Dear God, Are We There Yet? And I'm opening the window. I shut the window to record because I feel like my neighbors stare at me when I'm recording a podcast. I was going to record some of the conversation. My leg is asleep. But I just got so immersed in the conversation, I completely forgot to share any of it. Alicia has an amazing platform called Dear God, Are We There Yet? Where she helps people volunteer within their community. But right now during COVID, she's really focusing on helping people volunteer virtually, peer-to-peer, which is amazing and so important right now. And she is Afro-Latina, so she has a really interesting point of view about the Black Lives Matter movement. She has been super vocal about that on her platform. It was just an amazing conversation. I loved every single minute of it. She inspires me so much. She's a cancer survivor. She's just absolutely like a magical human being. So I will link the podcast episode in the description box for you guys to find out more about her and to listen to our conversation, because honestly, it's one of my favorite conversations I've had on the podcast so far. Now we are going to wrap this up. I'm done with most of my work tasks that I need to get done today. So let's do some house stuff. You know what we'll do first? Let's go get some of these veggies that need to be harvested.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight.
All right, my friends, I just came in from being outside. These are the tomatoes I collected. I had been looking at them for a couple days thinking those need to be harvested. So I'm glad that I got that done. So I told you guys that I did a deep clean last night. So I did like all the dirty work, as one would say, but now I'm going to go in and do all like the extra stuff that's gonna make me feel really good. I want to order some groceries today. So before I do that, I want to clean out the refrigerator. What that does is it makes it so, one, I figure out what we have and what we don't have. And then two, I can like make a grocery list. And then three, it cleans the refrigerator, which is really nice going into a new month, because the refrigerator is the heart of the home and my stomach is actually growling, speaking of the refrigerator, so I need to eat something.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
I made cookies from scratch last night. And no, you cannot have any. And what are you doing all the way up here? I'm sorry, bud. Dogs can't eat chocolate. I'm sorry, bud. Cleaned out the fridge, had some lunch. I made a squash quesadilla. So essentially just like a quesadilla with cheese, but I put a little squash in there. So that was nice. And now I'm doing a grocery list. I know I need oat milk. I know that I need more olive oil. We had like a huge thing of olive oil, and Blanca just opened that door by himself. Even though I'm ordering online, I'm still making a list because I will definitely forget things if I don't. I came in here to just get the groceries ordered now because it's getting later in the day and I just want to make sure that I can get them here today.
No limit to what we can do.
This is probably the most important part of my day.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
I've got my Roomba going in the office. Blanca's just staring at it. I love this thing. I can have some vacuuming going while I do other things around the house. While I get this kitchen under wraps, I'm going to listen to an Oprah Super Soul podcast episode. There's one called How to Find a New Spiritual Awakening During a Pandemic. I think I'll listen to that one.
Collective consciousness is still to a large extent trapped in ego. You can see it when you watch the news and so on. It's reflected everywhere in the world. Enormous amount of conflict, ultimately unnecessary conflict, that's generated by the egoic consciousness in humans.
There's a world inside my head. I get lost in it from time to time. No one has a spare key, the only one is inside of me.
Just woke up from a little nap. I needed to charge my camera, and then I was like, let me just take a little quick. I normally don't take naps, but I napped with Blanca on the couch and it was quite lovely. Napping is part of resetting, right? That's the point of a nap, is like hit that refresh button. Well, I just did that and it felt quite nice. Need to finish up this kitchen and get on this laundry.
There's a war in me tonight. I try to stop it by escaping.
Okay, so I put all of my most worn clothes on this side of my closet because this is the side that I open my closet up to, and these are just all of my like favorite go-to summer pieces right now. And then before, I just had like so much just squished in here. I had like hangers like flying up, and it was just way too much. And so now when I open up the closet, I can just be like, okay, these are all pieces I would wear right now. And then these are all of like my pants and like skirts and stuff. And then back there, I just threw all the stuff that I won't be wearing. And then I just like rolled up some comfy stuff here. And like, of course, I still have like kind of a mess up there in terms of like, those are just like hats and beanies and stuff. And I never go there. And then I have like purses here and stuff. In general, this just feels so much more approachable in the morning and just more like focused on the clothes that I would wear that day during this time. So when I wake up in the morning, I can just be like, I could literally close my eyes and pick anything and be happy with it. And that's kind of like what I was going for. Hello, guys. This is what's happening now. I have a yellow sheet mask on. It's very yellow and very moisturizing. It feels really nice. Got some lip balm on. I just got out of the bath. I've got my hair up in a bun with a scrunchie. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch Queer Eye. This is living. This feels really good right now, and it feels like exactly what I need right now. So I encourage you guys to have a moment like this if you can right now, because it feels good to give yourself a little bit of love.